shouted, "Stop, get out of the car." The engine's revving, and he's then just floored it straight at me. It was a pretty mundane call, is what it sounded as. Is someone kind of doing donuts in their car, a big 4x4 car, and shouting, and they've been recently near an address and were shouting and skidding and revving the engine. We go outside, as we're just getting into the vehicle, we then see a car come up next to us. It's seen us, it's noticed us, it's sped off. It's pulled in, it's then realised it's in a cul-de-sac, it's reversed itself back out. We're then facing each other, probably 10-15 metres apart from each other. We've got out the car, both of us. I've got out the passenger side, and I've looked, there's hardly any space around me, sort of shouted, "Stop, get out of the car." The engine's revving, and he's then just floored it straight at me. I've had to jump out the way, jump next to behind the police car. A few more police officers, traffic department and firearms department ended up chasing the vehicle. And my understanding is it rammed quite a few police cars, damaged quite a few of them. It ended up being crashing itself into a wall, and then the other police officers got out and stopped and detained them all. We had just moved down to Devon. We decided to start our life down here as opposed to being in London. We decided to try and start a family, and at the time we just found out my wife was pregnant. And it kind of scared me a bit initially when you've got more people to look after, and the fact that actually I've got to look after my kid now, and you can't do that if Dad's going to get knocked over and killed by someone at work. So it's all those little things that were just kind of going through my head. Initially, skeptical. Would it work? What's it all really about? Is it actually going to help me? Is it something that's real? He was at Dartmoor prison, and yeah, we went in, and it was he was there with his support worker, and yeah, we went in, and it was basically it's almost like a tea and coffee morning. I just clocked eyes with him, stood up, and we shook hands straight away. I thought just for him coming to that meeting and admitting, or about to admit, that he's in the wrong and that he's sorry, I thought that's a pretty big step really, so I decided to shake his hand straight away. We're two blokes, we're the same age, we're the same person, apart from we've just gone two different routes, and I had a bit of respect for him at that point. By us having that moment together, that we've met each other and he's actually said sorry to me, I genuinely believe he meant it. It just gave a bit of closure. I'd recommend it to anyone. I'd recommend for a police officer, give it a chance. Especially if it's something that's affected you or affected people around you, your family, I would say give it a chance. I think I was quite lucky at the time that he was so adamant that he had in his mind he had to say sorry, that it really meant something. I would say now it's all done and dusted, and people said we'd take each other out for a pint, so